When you go orienteering, you do not just take a map and a compass and randomly roam about the forest. Instead, there are specified locations that you need to go to. These locations are referred to as a course. We're going to take a look at a beginner course, a typical one from Laurel Hill State Park, the same map that we saw before. Here is such a course. The beginning of the course is marked by a triangle, and then the places that you need to go to are marked by circles with numbers. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And the idea is that you go to these places in sequence. That is, you must go from the start to here, then to here, then to here, and so on. And finally to number 8, which is the last designated spot. And from number 8 you go to the finish. The finish is marked with a double circle. At each one of the locations, the circles, they are referred to as controls. And in the center of the circle is the feature, something that is actually drawn on the map. In the case of number 1, it is this little black dot, which is a boulder. Number 2, it is the end of this road. In number 3, it is where two roads come together. And so on for each of the other control points. Now, in addition to getting the course drawn on the map, we also get this, which is called the course description. It tells you exactly what is at each one of the controls. For example, here it says that at number 1, that's this one, you're going to find a control flag. Now we will see what control flags look like in the next video. And that control flag will have the number 41 on it. It also tells you exactly what feature is in the circle, in the control. There's a boulder 0.6 meters high. Remember, this is all metric. 0.6 of a meter is about 2 feet. Number 2 will have a control flag with 45 on it. It is the northeast, that's the NE, northeast end of a road here. And so on for each of the other locations that you need to go to. The control descriptions also tell you the length of the course, 2 kilometers. That's approximately 1.25 miles. And it will tell you the amount of climb that you need to make along the course, 45 meters. Doesn't tell you how far down you go, it just tells you how far up you go. Okay. Now, there's another thing that we should take note of on the map here. It says an event phone. This is always put on the map as a safety feature so that if you encounter a problem, you can call. Besides the map with the course on it, you also get one of these. This is called a punch card, and it would have your name and what course you're doing, and if you're a member of a club, remember you don't have to be a member of a club, and this, which is your start time. People do not start all together on an orienteering course. They are spaced out at least 2 minutes apart, otherwise they would just follow each other. Remember, this is like a treasure hunt. You're testing yourself to see if you can actually find these locations. We will see more about the punch card when we look at the next video, because its purpose is to prove you have been at each one of the locations. We frankly don't take your word for it. You need to provide something that proves it. Now I said that you get a start time. We actually time you as you go around the course. You may not care about the time. That is, you may not be competitive. It's entirely up to you. But we time everyone so that we know who is still on the course and who has finished. Now, before we leave the course map itself, let's take a look at how the courses change. This is a beginner course designated for folks who have never done it before. And if you look carefully at the map, you would actually be able to see on it that you can take trails and roads or fields to get to every one of these locations. So it's easy to get to. As you move up and gain skill in orienteering, you might try this course. This is the novice course. It's longer, 3 kilometers. It has more climb, and you'll see that the control descriptions are a bit different. They still say what things are in text. This is also telling you what the control description is, but it's doing it with symbols. Remember that orienteering has an international set of symbols to show the map. There are also an international set of symbols to show what the features are. And that's what these are about. Here where it says lone tree, this is how a lone tree is shown symbolically. As you move up to another level of skill, the courses get still longer. And the text descriptions go away and all you have are the symbolic ones. You'll see that the controls are like out here. And if you look carefully, you'll see there's no trails to get to them. But there's no point in talking about that yet. We need to start at the beginner level, and so we will. The next video will take a look at the control flag as it is in the field or the forest.